Hi, you guys. It's me, your girl, Yolanda Grace Blasia, and today I'm going to show you how I transform myself in a mermaid makeup brush challenge. As soon as I get the full edit with all the other mermaids, I'll share it with y'all. But for now, I'm going to show you how I went from plain to glam mermaid, including how I made my monofin and how I did my makeup in this video tutorial. I've seen some awesome model fins, but they can be very expensive. So let me show you what we're going to use today. So of course we're going to have our regular mermaid tail pattern. And then to design a model fin, you're going to need a pattern, some sturdy board, glue sticks, glue, needle and thread, a knife, and a strap. You also want to gather all of your jewels, seashells, rhinestones, or any other embellishments that you want to decorate with. Once you have a model fin traced out, you're going to want to drape some fabric over the monofin. And then I made these moccasins, which you slip your feet in. I use some old flip-flops, and then I have a strap in here to like secure it to my feet, and then I'm just gonna tie it on. So I'm creating a betta fish tail, so I chose a really light fabric that kind of floated in the wind. And then I made a brand new mermaid skirt that went all the way down to my ankles, and that would fit over the moccasin monofin shoe that we created as a separate piece. So usually it would be one piece, but this time it's going to be two pieces. Okay, you guys, so here's my monofin with the very flowy betta fish tails. And right now I'm just working on my bejeweling portion. And so I took some sequins fabric and I created like a centerpiece, and now I'm going to embellish it with some bejeweling. Once you're satisfied with your pattern, you got to let it dry overnight. Okay, so here's the tail. And so although I want it to be very like wispy long tails, I need to still create like the bottom shape. So I'm having my assistant hold it up for me, and I'm just going to cut the bottom into the best shape possible, and then I'll be ready to put on some makeup. For such a short time frame, it's difficult to do like detailed finish work, but what you want to do is at least do your seam. So I got some wire here, and I got it cut to fit, and then what I'm doing is I'm just hemming this, hand stitching it by rolling it twice, stitching it down, and then it also will give me like the flexibility that I need to create the illusion. The night before the photo shoot, I added some clip-on extensions to my hair and curled my hair to match the curl pattern. Put it to sleep. So now I started out by just adding a layer of iridescence on, and when I do my daily makeup, I don't ever contour, and today I will, only because I'm doing fantasy makeup. So and contouring is like to create kind of like thinner features or enhance certain things. The only thing I do on my daily is I like highlights. So I'll highlight, but I won't contour. But today, since we're going all out for a photo shoot, I'm going to contour a little bit And I'm doing a dark mermaid, so I'm going to actually seep my eyes under. Lately, I've been feeling the dark characters, like not really gothic, but darker. You know? So you'll see me making faces and opening my jaw, and that's so I can see the natural eye sockets and give them a little bit of depth with some contouring and some darker shadow. Usually when I do my mermaids, I do them really iridescent. So I'm still using a very shimmery palette. So the thing that I want to point out is make faces to allow your face to show you the natural contour and highlight lines, because you still want to look very natural and look like yourself. Also, since we're doing fantasy makeup, it's like an undertone. It's going to be under your lighting. So this is not going to be just like harsh lines. You're thinking about underneath it all, the reflections and the depth you're creating. I always like to create a mermaid crown with my gemstones. So here we go with some highlights, and like I was saying, be aware that you're going to be using a camera which picks up pigment and reflections, especially if you're doing lighting with it. It reads so different than like your natural sunlight daytime makeup. So but you want to use your two weakest fingers and pat and blend until these lines blend naturally. Like you don't want to erase them. You want them to be distinct, but you don't want to like leave harsh lines. So very like, almost like with your painting, that's how you're going to be like blending in this medium to erase the harsh lines. Then you want to like use the natural light and look at all the angles and just see what reflections you're getting, what reflections you're creating. And then that's how you're going to tell if you have a very good blend. Powder. So as I stated before, I already did my foundation and I blended it with a gold body paint to create an iridescence undertone. Then on top of that foundation, I did contouring, and then I did the highlights. So in that steps, in that order: foundation, contour, highlight. And then I finished it off with a powder, and it was very translucent and very thin, and it's setting powder. So my powder didn't even need to be pigmented, so that's why the iridescence is going to continue to shine through. Are you seeing how that like is blending out? That way you don't get like those hard lines, but you get more like a blend, but it's still like an iridescent blend. See what I'm saying? So I want you to notice that now I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer on top of the finishing powder, and that's how you're going to get your traditional dewy look. But I want you to notice the difference between the highlights that are created under the finishing powder versus the shimmer that I added as like a final little makeup glow. It's like one creates an undertone and then one creates an overtone. And that's what I was trying to explain earlier. All your contouring and highlights from that sense are an undertone. So now that your undertones are done, it's time to go with the overtones and with the detailing. Create an overextended exaggeration. For our mermaid queen. Overextend that highlight on the brow. So I'm filling in the brows, and when I do my brows, I like make facial expressions and I scowl, open and lift the brow just so I can get like the natural muscles in the face to show me the guidelines that I want to use. And that's how I get like a more natural look, because I use my facial muscles to show me my lines. Throw that brow in. So I just did the outline under and over. And then I use the brush to like blend it out, extend that brow line. I'm gonna want a more dramatic brow this time, so I'm gonna go in with a black, which I usually wouldn't use on a daily look, but for camera, we're gonna need that. So I'm going to continue to fill in my brows with the darker pencil and with some darker shadow, as well as glue on my lashes. Just got my lashes on, and I'm going to make a gemstone crown, but I want my hair down for this part, because I think when you do something with your hair up versus when you do it with your hair down, it's like you can't get the right symmetry. So we're gonna take our hair down. Really, it was just the lashes and some lipstick, and those final touches really finish your look off. Got my extensions in. So you can see like my natural hair stops like right here. Hold on, let me sit up a little bit for you. So my natural hair stops like right here, and then my extensions come to here. You want to make sure you get the extensions that match your hair color and texture. To the best of your ability. Take some light hair oil and start separating the curls with your fingers and blending your hair in with your extensions. Cover girl, put some bass in your walk, head to toe, let your whole body talk. That's my favorite song from RuPaul. I'm probably gonna curl my hair a little bit with the wand just to get it going, but for now, see, if this was just like a regular glam look, that would be good. And that's what mermaids are, glam. And then I'm gonna add my gemstones. So I made some clip-on extensions and I just added like 3 or 4 layers in the back, and then the rest is like my natural hair. So my last extension I put right here, so that way you can't see them.
Keep blending the hair for a very natural look.
And that's my natural hair right there.
So you want to have like mainly your hair around the perimeter, and then like more towards the center you want to kind of intertwine your hair with your extensions.
So that's like the raw look. My natural eyebrows would be a little bit lighter in my daily look, or if my roots were a little bit more grown out. But I just like colored my hair, not today, but you know. But my costume is black, so it's gonna even it out. I did like a pink nude lip. All right, well, I'm gonna do my gems. Let's create a crown.
So I just took some regular tacky glue and some gems, the same ones from my costume, and now I'm creating a pattern of symmetry. Some other things you might notice is that I ended up taking a brown shadow and filling in my brows, just to soften the harshness of the pencil. I lined my eyes with liquid eyeliner and made sure that everything looked really polished before adding the gemstones. I used some more of the lighter earth tone shimmer palette to put some eyeshadow on my eyes, and then I lined the bottom waterline with the white eyeliner just to give it a little bit of an innocence.
There we go. Mermaidlicious. Put some bass in your walk. Head to toe. Let your whole body talk.
When placing your gemstones, the main thing that you're looking for is symmetry and design. So, you know, little subtle details like how they're slanting inwards, or making sure that, you know, they're not overpowering either. And there you go, your mermaid crown. Well, thank you for watching my mermaid makeup brush challenge. And I look forward to sharing with you guys the complete compilation with all the other mermaids. So, until next time, I love you guys and stay safe out there.